Hey everyone, Sarah here. Hope you are well. Today I want to talk to you about why narcissistic abuse is so hard to prove and to give you the best way to get the proof that you need to either get yourself out of there and go through the divorce or to protect your own children. Okay, I'm just going to put my glasses on because I've got my notes. Okie dokie. So, the main reason that narcissistic abuse is so difficult to prove is that a lot of it is emotional abuse. So what do we mean by that? Well, the term gaslighting was brought about due to narcissists, is what they do so well, which is telling you one thing, then changing it and making you think you've gone crazy, and that's all emotional abuse. Name calling, withdrawing, not knowing where you stand, walking on eggshells all the time, the constant lies, anything that affects your emotional well-being. There's a fine line between emotional and verbal, some and the same with physical. They all interplay, but like I said, a lot of emotional abuse is really hard to prove because it's how it makes you feel, and so it's personal, it's subjective, and this is why courts have difficulty with it. So how do you get the proof? The first thing I would say is that know your legislation, know what emotional abuse is under your law. In the UK, it's under the Children's Act 1989. It will state what emotional abuse is. In your own country, your own states, you will have your own legislation. Look it up, find out exactly what constitutes abuse and, in particular, emotional abuse. Once you know that, it can help you build your case because you know exactly what laws, therefore, they are breaking. Because ultimately, you have to prove that they've broken a law, which is crazy because what they're doing is personal, but that's what you're going to do. You got to prove that they're breaking the law. So know your legislation. Next off, the best way to evidence is through your children's behaviour. Children's behaviour doesn't lie. It can be misinterpreted, but if you can gather a lot of evidence, then you can create a picture of the emotional abuse that is happening for you and for your children. But if it's a custody case, you want to be showing what the emotional abuse is doing to your children. And the last one is when you are collecting evidence, if it's specific evidence, say for example you're proving that they're name calling, then where possible, record them. If you go on eBay, there's some really cheap little buttonhole things you can stick in your button. It records. You can easily click record. You can tape them saying things and they won't know about it. You can record messages. There's different apps that you can do that record phones. You can send your text messages to email. There's lots of ways you can gather evidence through that. But I'm going to talk you through also collect evidence of the child's behaviour, and that is knowing exactly what a child looked like. So these are sort of things you need to be trying to evidence. And are they fearful of the parent? Again, can you provide evidence of that? Can you provide statements from the children that they are fearful of that parent? Can you get witnesses that have seen the children be fearful? Schools, other parents, anyone who has witnessed the child saying they don't want to go or that they're scared, and that will all help. Saying that they hate the parent, that's in parental alienation. A child will say they don't want to see their parent. They won't say that they hate them. They say they don't want to see them, but they don't know the reasons why. In with emotional abuse, the child doesn't understand their feelings, but they know that they feel that hate. So they will say that they hate them, and they might be able to give you a reason why. And it might not seem important to you, but it's important that you record it. They can talk badly about themselves. Emotional abuse badly affects their self-esteem. If you've been with a narcissist yourself, you know this, and it's going to affect your children's self-esteem. So look for how they talk about themselves, how they view themselves. I have some worksheets that you can use that help with gathering that information. It may be that the child is emotionally immature. By that I mean they're less emotionally mature than those around them, than their peers, those people the same age. So they burst into tears for no reason, or they get really angry, and it's more than other children. It would stand out. It may be that they have any sudden changes in their speech. They may suddenly start speaking really quietly, or they may stutter, or they may stop speaking. Children have been known to suddenly stop speaking, and it could be that because they're being shouted at when they say anything at home. Lots of reasons, but these are all warning signs. And the last one is any changes in behaviour, any sudden changes in their behaviour. Record it, and it creates a picture of it. So I hope you found that useful. If you would like any of the resources that I have, do get in touch. I will pop the contact details in the comments below. But do get in touch if you'd like any help in building your case. Take care. Bye bye.